Okay guys, let's get ready for a mobility warm-up. This is a warm-up series that would be really great to do before going for a run or a lift, going to the gym, some ideas to do when you're at the gym. If you take my high-intensity circuit training classes, you're going to recognize a lot of this, but this is what we do to get ready for our workouts. So let's start. Standing up on your mat, you don't need any props or anything. You're going to have a slight bend in your knees, tuck your tailbone, and we're just going to swing the arms around. This is called empty coat sleeves. You want to breathe and relax and just let your arms go. The shoulders are super heavy. Start with the heels down. We're just trying to get some nice spinal twists here. Imagine you put on a coat that's way too big for you, and you're just rotating your shoulders from left to right, and your arms are just swinging along. Then you can lift the heel, slap the back hip, and just get a little bit more rotation going. You want to stack your ears over the shoulders and shoulders over your hips. And you always want to engage, even when we warm up, you always want to keep the abs engaged. Okay, as you're doing this, kind of walk to the back of your mat, and we'll get ready for some inchworm. So feet or hips width. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring your hands down to the mat and walk yourself out to plank. Stop when your heels are over your toes. Walk your hands back. Engage your abs. Bend your knees. Reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. I like to try to keep my heels down as long as I can as I walk out to plank. Then I like to push into downward dog, get my heels down, and start to walk my hands back, and then reverse swan dive. We're going to do that one more time. Big exhale to a forward fold. Walk out. Try to drive your heels down as much as you can to stretch out the calves, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Okay, stay right here in forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Generous bend in the knees. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I mean. I want your belly to be on your thighs. Grab opposite elbows, lift through the hips, and then just roll, rainbow your elbows from left to right. Nice big bend in the knees. Good. And then we're going to walk out to downward facing dog. So hands are out, hips are high. See if you can, feet are about hips width. So we're going to shift forward. We're going to keep our toes down, and you're just going to sink your hips. So it's sort of like an up dog with curled toes. Lift your hips, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. And then shift forward, drop your hips. Starfish hands, like bend in the elbows, and then lift. And then drop. Roll your shoulder blades back. Now next time you come down, bring your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, and find a child's pose. We're going to do an extended child's pose, meaning your arms are way out in front. I want you to stretch underneath the triceps, spider crawl your fingers out as far as they can go, drop through your armpits, and rock your head from side to side. Okay, walk your forehead and your arms over to the left. Give a little push with your right hand. Get your right hip a little bit closer to your heel. All right, walk your hands back to the center. Walk your forehead and your hands. Your hands are all the way off the mat. Your forehead is to the right. You haven't moved your knees or your feet. Give a little push with your hands so you can get that left hip a little bit closer to your heels, and you're keeping your shoulders nice and square. Come back to the center. We're going to thread the needle. Take your right arm, bring the back of your right shoulder down to the mat, bring your right cheek and ear to the mat. Your right arm is in line with your shoulder, your left arm is facing forward, is reaching forward. Try and square your shoulders. Drop your left shoulder down and breathe here. Press the back of your right hand down and away. So bend your left elbow, bring your left fingers by your right elbow, and press and roll. See if you can roll a little bit more onto the back of your skull. Look up over your left shoulder. You're rolling a little bit more onto the back of the right shoulder. And release. Extend the arms out in front. Child's pose. Let's do the other side. Big breaths. Thread the needle. Bring the left shoulder under, palm facing up, arm is out like a T. The right arm reaches forward. Try and drop the right shoulder down. And breathe here. Relax. Bring your right hand by your left elbow. Tent up onto your fingers. Press with your fingers. Roll onto your left shoulder. Try to come more on the back of the left skull. Look up over the right shoulder. And then slowly release. Okay, we're gonna come to all fours from here. So stack your knees under your hips. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Cat-cow. Curl your toes under. Inhale, drop your belly, roll your shoulder blades back. Big arch in the spine, lift your chin. Exhale, round, tuck, and curl. Bring your chin to your chest. Press the mat away like it's on fire. Over-exaggerate it. Pull your heart up. Wrap your shoulders forward. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck and curl. A lot of weight, base of the big toe. Don't roll to the pinky edge of your foot, if you can. And then come back to a neutral spine. Okay, we're gonna dial the fingers back towards the knees as much as you can. Maybe you're halfway out, maybe you're a little bit more. Go as far as you can. We're gonna do cat-cow here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck and curl. Press through the heel of the palm, chin to the chest. Don't do the spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. Big exhale, chin to the chest, don't do the spine. All right, flip so that your palms are facing up. Your fingers are facing towards each other. Make a fist, open, close. Make a fist, open, close, and maybe rock your weight from side to side. Shift your weight from side to side. Open, close. Great. Okay, palms down, fingers face forward, right hand behind the left ear. Inhale, press down with your left hand. Open your chest up to the right. Exhale, bring your right elbow to your left wrist. Look up over your left shoulder. 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Press down with your knees. Inhale, open. As you open to the right, press your right knee down. Don't let your right hip open. Exhale, twist. Other side, plant your right hand down. Make sure it's right underneath your shoulder, and make sure your hips are over your knees. You might have to shift forward a little bit. Inhale, open. I'm not as flexible on this side. Exhale, twist. Left elbow to the right wrist. Look up over your right shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. And then exhale, twist. Great. Bring your hands down, lift your hips, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna step the right foot let's step the right foot in between the hands and drop the back knee down. And walk your right foot forward. Lift your arms up. You're going to lunge, drop your hips, lift your arms up, bring your fingertips down, extend your right leg, lift your toes and drive through your heel. So it's a half split. So step down with your right foot, drop your left hip, lunge, reach, hands down, knee stays down, shift back. I'm going to turn sideways. Hinge forward, belly into the spine, lift and reach, lift the arms, plant the fingertips down, extend the front leg, and reach the left glute back towards the left heel. Let's do that one more time. Lunge forward, reach, little back bend, fingertips down, hips tip to the heel, and then let's switch sides. Step the left foot forward. You want it to be forward enough so that when you lunge, I like to curl my back toes under because I like to stretch the fascia in the bottoms of my foot. So drop the hips forward and down, reach the arms up, belly in, plant the fingertips down, lift the toes, drive through the front heel, right hip towards the right heel. Step down, lunge, reach, fingers down, hips back. Try to put an arch in your back and reach back through your tailbone. Let's do that 2 more times. Lunge, reach, hands down, arch through the spine, kind of wiggle your tail like a dog. Good, and do 1 more. And then come to all fours, lift your hips, roll over your toes down, facing dog. Now we're gonna go to a groiner. So you're gonna step your right foot outside your right hand. You're going to walk your left hand over a little bit. Bring your right forearm from your hand to your elbow down inside the front, the right foot. Your right knee drops to the left. Press through your left hand and open. Let's do that 2 more times. Forearm down, hand to hand, elbow towards the big toe. Drop the knee out. Back knee stays lifted. 1 more time. You should feel this in your inner thigh. Elbow down, press through the hand and twist. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Other side. Left foot outside the left hand. Walk the right hand to the right side of the mat. Take your left hand, bring it by the right hand, drop your left elbow down, let the left knee fall out to the side, press through the right hand and open. This is called Groiner. It's a Groiner stretch. Elbow down, open. Elbow down, and twist, and open. Okay, come to your knees and sit back on your heels. Come to a standing position. Great, let's squat. Squat down, feet are hips width, toes are facing forward. Squat, tap the mat, stand up and just circle out the arms. We need to get to the shoulders. We're gonna do some shoulder work here, and then we're gonna do some work on our hips, and then we're almost done. Let's change direction. Squats. Okay, good. So let's come to a plie squat. So your toes are out, your heels are in. Bring your hands down to your thighs. Your palms are facing back. Kind of pull your knees back. Drop your left shoulder down and look over your right shoulder. Double pump here. And then drop your right shoulder down, sink your hips and double pump here. So you're looking over your right shoulder, dropping your left shoulder, drop your right shoulder, look over your left shoulder. Big breaths. 1 more. Good, and then heel toe your feet in and slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Let's open up the hips. So come down onto your belly, bring your arms out like a T. We're gonna do scorpion. You're gonna roll onto your right hip, pick up your left foot, bring it to the floor behind you over to the right. Bring your right ear to the mat. Roll back on your belly. Roll onto your left hip, pick up your right foot. Bring your toes down to the mat. Look over your right shoulder. So you're rolling from side to side. Now if you bend your elbows like 90 degrees, like a cactus, and you keep your elbows down, it's gonna be more of a shoulder stretch. Otherwise your arms are out like a T. So you're just rolling and rolling. Reach. Big hip stretch and reach. Good, now we're gonna lie on our back and we're gonna do a reverse scorpion. So you're gonna lie on your back, your arms are gonna be out like a T. You need a lot of room for this. You're gonna roll on your left hip and bring your right foot towards your right hand. Hands don't move. Sweep the leg down. Sweep the straight left leg up towards your right hand. Back down. So it's like hands of a clock. Sweep. Try and keep your legs straight and sweep. Down and sweep. Big breaths. A couple more each side. Good. Okay, bring your knees flat. Your feet flat. Your knees are bent. You can do anything you want with your arms. You're just going to let both of your knees fall to the right and both of your knees fall to the left. You can do this with your feet together, or you can do it with your feet about mat's width. I like to be about mat's width. Just trying to warm everything up. Hug your knees into your chest, make some little circles. Circle in one direction, circle in the other direction. These are mobility exercises. We're just getting ready to work up. Rock yourself up, come all the way up to your belly. Come onto your belly into Sphinx pose. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your palms are flat. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Press the tops of the feet on. Pull your belly button into your spine. Elevate your elbows, extend your arms, and lower. These are Sphinx extensions, spinal extensions, thoracic extensions. Elbows down, arms straight. Pull your belly into your spine. If this doesn't feel good, just stay right here in Sphinx. Drag your elbows back and tuck your chin, lengthen through the crown of your head. Try to get your belly away from the mat and pull your heart forward. Good. Press back to child's pose real quick. Bring your knees together. Come to a standing position. Forward fold. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Make a fist. Bring your fist to your back of your right hip, just like this. Good. Relax your shoulders. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Ear to shoulder, not shoulder to ear. Come back up to center. Bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Now pull your right elbow back. Good. Release and switch sides. Make your fist. Bring it as far over as you can. Tuck your tailbone. Bring your belly in. Take the arch out of the low back. Whew. Left elbow, left ear. Left ear, left shoulder. Relax your shoulder. Big stretch to the neck. Come back up to neutral. Right ear, right shoulder. Good. Slowly release. Shake everything out. Now go work out. You're all ready to go. Great job. See you next time.